Why? Why'd you take me out of there? I had the best chance of coming out alive, of anybody there! Now Ganju, Hinataro, and Ruki are gonna get killed!
Who do you think you are? You had no chance. No one there could have done it. They couldn't have fought against Byakuya and lived.
Look, you!
Stop shouting. You're just going to open up your wounds again. Carrying you away was the best I could do. It was the only way to escape Byakuya.
But why me and not Rukia, huh?
Listen, absolutely nobody who was there had any hope of defeating Byakuya. Believe me, Ichigo. But in 3 days, you might very well have a chance. That was my reasoning. You were the logical choice. And there's more. Byakuya wasn't alone. Ukitake was there as well. He was Rukia's direct superior. He's a very dutiful man. I'm sure he won't kill Ganju, and that youth who tried to rescue his subordinate. They'll be all right, Ichigo. You just need to concentrate on becoming stronger. You can't defeat Byakuya as you are now. But I'll train you so that in 3 days you will. And then, with your very own hands, you'll be able to save all of your friends. I want to ask you a question. Are you aware that Zangetsu is a constant-release Zanpakuto?
It is? When you say constant release, you mean like Kenpachi's? I always knew this sword was different from the others. It doesn't actually change shape. I mean, not even if I call its name.
Just as I thought. Well then, in that case, you probably also weren't aware that Zangetsu had a second release. All Zanpakuto, including Zangetsu, have 2 different distinct stages of release. The first stage is called Shikai, and the second one is called Bankai. They're mandatory for a captain. That is, they all need to be able to perform both of them.
What? Mandatory?
That means every captain has mastered both Shikai and Bankai. Or at least everyone has aside from one exception.
Exception?
Kenpachi Zaraki. In the long history of the Soul Society, he's the only captain. The only one who's ever achieved that rank without being able to perform Bankai or knowing the name of his Zanpakuto. The 13 court guard squads valued his fighting prowess and dedication so much that they waived the requirement. But then you got to experience that skill firsthand. In terms of the Zanpakuto's combat ability, the difference between Shikai and Bankai depends on the individual's innate talents and training, but generally it's 5 to 10 times greater.
10 times?
Astonishing, isn't it? But because of that, even for someone with talent, it can easily take 10 or more years of training to master Bankai.
Wait a second, I don't have that much time!
No, of course you don't. When I say 10 or 20 years, I'm talking about more traditional, normal training. There are serious risks involved, but I'm taking a completely different approach with you. You're going to learn Bankai in just 3 days.
Hey, what's with that goofy-looking doll?
It's a Tenshin Tai, a vital spiritual tool that's used by the Stealth Force. It will forcibly transfer and externalize the soul of a Zanpakuto.
Hold on, I don't get it. We need that to practice Bankai?
Of course, the central essence of Shikai is to communicate and synchronize with your Zanpakuto. But using Bankai requires externalizing it and forcing it into submission. And that means instead of you entering the world of the Zanpakuto to communicate with it, what you do instead is summon the Zanpakuto into our world. It usually takes more than 10 years of training to learn how to perform the move. But there's something I'm counting on. You were able to fight Kenpachi Zaraki to a draw. It's my belief that despite your lack of long-term training, you're ready to externalize Zangetsu.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about. Piercing this with Zangetsu will force it to happen. I'll use my powers to keep him in that state. But the thing is, this can only be done once, and it lasts for just 3 days. I know it's quick, but somehow you must force Zangetsu to submit within that time frame. If you can do that...
I won't ask what happens if I fail. I mean, if it's really the only way, then I'll just have to do it.
Well now, it appears that you made a full recovery, Ichigo.
Zangetsu. What the heck?
Only one of them is real. I mean, that's actually the real me. There's just one available solution. I can only be defeated by that sword. In other words, if you want me to submit, you have one option. You're going to have to find it before I kill you. And then, you're going to have to cut me down. Never take your eyes off the enemy. That's 52.
Damn! Oh man, I almost had him!
Impressive. He's come a long way in a short amount of time. Before, he was relying on Zangetsu's strength. But now, he's learning at a frightening pace, and reaching a rather frightening level as well. Kisuke, it seems that it's just as you said. He is truly... Looks like we're just about out of time.
Not beat yet! Huh?
Drop the sword, Ichigo. Day 1 is over.
A hot spring. I had no idea this was even here. What the heck's going on? What kind of hot spring is this? My wounds are healing, and the pain's going away.
So, how's the water?
Oh, Ms. Yoruichi. Yeah, it's perfect. Just perfect. Hey, you know, I've been thinking this reminds me of that one place. The one under Urahara's shop. The training ground?
Yes, I imagine it would. You see, that study room was modeled on this place.
It was?
Yes, there's actually quite a lot of personal history here for me. This was originally created as Kisuke's and my secret playground. We built it deep under the Sokyoku.
Secret? Come on. How do you secretly build a place like this?
Kisuke had a reputation as a bit of a rogue. He always had a talent for getting himself into mischief. But that was long ago. When we were children, we played here practically every day. After he joined the 13 Court Guards, and I joined the Stealth Force, we would come here together to train. And...
Wait, just hold on a minute. The 13 Court Guards? Then he was a Soul Reaper?
Huh? Kisuke?
Yeah, oh man, I knew it! He knew way too much about the Soul Society. And he's got a Zanpakuto. And some of the guys here gave me funny looks when I mentioned his name. Ms. Yoruichi, listen. This guy, what exactly is he?
That fool. He kept it to himself. He didn't tell you everything, did he? All right. There's no reason to keep it from you now that we've come this far. You see, Kisuke is actually the previous captain of Squad 12, and he's also the founder and first chief of the Department of Research and Development.
Come on, Sabimaru.
Captain Eisen.
Oh no. I actually drew my sword against Momo. I'm terrible. How could I? I'm just the absolute worst. Who is it?
Whoa. Oh boy, this is ugly. I can't even look.
Captain Ichimaru.
You look tired, you poor thing. Would you like it if I gave you my help? Come with me, Izuru.
His arms and legs have been slashed by Ashisogi Jiso. How can he be standing? Oh, of course, I know. He's using Ranso Tingai. Bundles of reishi that have been twisted together into a countless number of threads have now been attached to his frozen limbs, moving him around as if he was some kind of a puppet. Out of the 2,661 Quincy's that I've studied, not even a single one could perform even a part of the Ranso Tingai. I thought that was a lost art. But look, here you are, having mastered it, and at such a young age. Does that mean you're what they call a genius? Excellent. Well then, I believe you won't bore me after all. I'm not going to kill you. I'm taking you back alive. Then you, and the girl, of course, will become my latest experiments.
When I was a child, my father would sometimes reprimand me for spending so much time with my master in my attempt to become a Quincy. There's no sense in saving the dead. That's the Soul Reaper's job, he'd say. He completely hated Quincy's, despite having Quincy blood flowing in his veins. I couldn't understand his reasoning. The thing is, I could see the hollows, and I was also able to see the people that they attacked. He must have been able to see those things too. So how could he ignore them? I simply wanted a way to become strong. I wanted to be a powerful Quincy. That way, I could protect everyone from attacks by the hollows. Maybe then, my father would think that Quincy's were worth something. My master, who was also my grandfather, insisted that my father had a point. I remember he told me, what you think is the right thing to do depends on what you want to protect. I didn't understand what my father thought was right, what he wanted to protect. But my master told me that I would find out in due time. And he explained to me that when I did understand, I would know what I wanted to protect too. Then, the day came when my master entrusted me with something. It was the reishi glove. It is said that if one puts it on and trains for 7 days and 7 nights, they will reach the peak of their Quincy powers. However, as I came to learn, it is a mysterious artifact that once worn can never be removed. Because if it is, there is a terrible price that must be paid. Your powers as a Quincy will all be lost. I'm sorry, Master. Even now, I still don't understand my father. I'm not even sure what exactly it is that I want to protect. But I think that at least now I know what I won't allow to happen. I'm sorry, Master, but it seems one last time I'm disobeying you.
What? What is going on? What is that? Oh my! Such spiritual pressure! I've never seen anything like it! Never before!
Give it all I have.
Is he actually absorbing the buildings? The buildings in the Soul Society are all made of reishi. What he's doing is preventing the reishi from bonding, forcing them to become part of his strength. The reishi, it's being torn apart, and also is being bound to his will. You're going much too far now. You're exceeding your human limits, boy.
I won't show mercy. Take a good look.
It's fast, but even so, I can still dodge it.
Beg for mercy, and never appear before me again. Do that, and I'll let you live. Refuse, and I'll send a bolt that's 3 times stronger.
Don't push your luck, boy! You stupid Quincy! Very well then, have it your way. If that's the way that you want to play it, then I'll gladly return the favor. Become material for my research, now your doom is sealed. Konjiki Ashisogi Jizo. It sprays a gigantic burst of lethal poison made from my own blood over a 100-mile radius. But of course, it won't hurt me at all. But in the end, you'll die, of course. I'm so sorry about that. But the fact is, you would never make a fit research subject.
I won't be the one to die. I'll shoot you before you can spray the fatal dose.
Oh, please, go ahead. Be my guest.
Captain?
Damn you! You stupid Quincy!
Does it have the ability to liquefy whatever it cuts? Did you save that move? Hold it so you could use it when you'd want to make your escape?
I'll admit, you were close, Quincy. I can't actually attack at the moment. But then again, I also can't be attacked either. I'll be like this for a few short days at most, and then afterward, I'll simply return to the department in order to fully recover. And now, goodbye, Quincy. You were more trouble than I expected. But in the end, I will live, and you will die. That hasn't changed at all.
The poison in my system. If I don't do something fast.
Mr. Quincy, sir, please, if you look under the badge on my left arm, then you'll find an antidote there.
Would you be more comfortable lying down?
No, I'm fine like this.
Here, you first.
No, I'm going to be all right. Our blood's the same. He and I share similar biology. So you see, the poison won't harm me. Do you think it's some kind of trick or something? Then please, pour some into my mouth first if you need reassurance. Go on, I'll show you.
That's okay. Why would you poison me? Why now, when I'm already poisoned?
Thank you very much. I realized that you could have killed him by aiming for his head, but in the end, you didn't.
That was a fluke. Actually, I shot to make a kill.
Thank you. I'm very grateful. I'm glad you didn't kill my lord. Giving you the antidote was the least I could do to thank you for that.
I don't get it. Why would you want to protect a father like that?
I don't know. But when I realized that he'd survived, I just felt kind of relieved. Please, leave after you drink it. The other guards will certainly be coming shortly. They would have seen Ashisogi Jizo. I'll be all right, I promise. I'm sure the guards will tend to me.
Okay. Well, thanks for the medicine. Goodbye now. Darn. My legs feel like lead. And I can't lift my arms. The rents and Tenkai must be wearing off. Finally, it seems that my time as a Quincy is coming to an end. But at least, I was still able to make my way to the Senzakyu. Ichigo, Orihime, Chad, Mr. Yoruichi, and Ganju, all of them. They're probably on their way now. But if it isn't just yet, I'm confident that it'll happen eventually. I'm sure it's only a matter of time. I just have to wait. Although, seeing as I was the one who got here first, I suppose I should go save Rukia. I bet Ichigo wants to be the one to rescue her. He'll probably be mad if I beat him to it.
It's nothing personal, but it's essential that we maintain the peace. Cry, Suzumushi. Forgive me, Ryoka. These pointless battles are at an end. Sleep now. Your struggles will be over soon enough.
beg your pardon! Are Captain Hitsugaya and Lieutenant Matsumoto here?
What is it?
I'm sorry to interrupt, sir, but we received an urgent report from the guards at the prison. Lieutenant Zabarai, Hinamori, and Kira, they're all missing from their cells!
It's completely destroyed. Did that girl really do all this?
I have absolutely no excuse. When Lieutenant Hinamori called me, I turned around and everything went white.
She must have used Hakufuku.
It's not like she was going to be executed, so why?
Ultimately, there's only one reason. Rangiku, go back without me, because I'm going to rescue Momo.
I couldn't even believe my eyes when I read the letter. For a time, I didn't believe it. But it's true. Isn't it, Captain Aizen? Whether I want to believe it or not, he was the one who killed you.
I figured that I'd find you two together. Just as I thought. Izuru's cell was the only one that was opened from the outside. Your performance was lacking this time. I'm afraid that you didn't cover your tracks very well, Gin.
What's that? Cover my tracks? Actually, I did that on purpose. I wanted to be sure that you'd know.
I'm glad that I was able to get here before Momo. I'm going to kill you. You'll be gone before she even gets here. Momo!
At last, I finally found you. So this is where you were.
Stop, Momo! He's too strong! Just stay back. Let me deal with him. Momo! Momo?
This is payback for Captain Aizen.
If you are reading this, then I am probably dead. Therefore, Momo, I must confide the truth of what I have discovered. I need to tell it to the one person that I put my trust in the most. The truth about why Rukia Kuchiki must be executed, and why the execution date always keeps changing. In the course of my investigation, I reached a conclusion. The true goal of the execution is not to kill Rukia Kuchiki. On the contrary, the execution has been contrived so that a certain something may be stolen. And that thing is the Sokyoku. The Sokyoku, whose seal is only removed for executions, has the destructive power of 1 million Zanpakuto contained within its blade. The Taka has the defensive power to block an equal number of Zanpakuto. And in addition to all that, when it's being put to use in order to execute a Soul Reaper, its power can be increased, momentarily at least, several dozen times over. The one who plotted Rukia's execution intends to use the Sokyoku to destroy not only the Seirete, but essentially annihilate the entire Soul Society as well. The name of that despicable person is Toshiro Hitsugaya.
Wait, Aizen really said that in his letter?
Yes, and it went on. It said, "Tonight, I have called him out to a meeting at the sacred Eastern Wall. No matter what it may cost, I must foil his plan. If he will not back down, I am prepared to cross swords with him. But if I end up dying, Momo, please carry on for me. It will then fall to you. You must kill him. That's my will, my last wish. I know it's a lot to put on you. I ask this not as captain of Squad 5, but simply as a man."
Are you crazy, Momo? Think about it. I'm dead, so avenge me? You really believe that nonsense? You think Aizen would ever actually say that? That's not the Aizen I knew. He wasn't a blithering idiot who'd start a fight he knew he couldn't win, and he wasn't a coward who'd make his subordinates clean up his mess either.
But that's really what it said! I didn't misread it. I'm sure it was Captain Aizen's handwriting. I didn't want to believe it. I was desperate not to, but what could I do? It was his last wish. Oh, Captain Aizen! I don't know. I just don't know what to think anymore, Shiro.
It seems that Momo's too upset to think straight. There's no way that Aizen would ever write a letter like that. I can only conclude that someone must have forged it. Perhaps it was so Momo and I would turn on each other and kill each other. I get it. This too, eh? Is this more of your conniving handiwork? Is it, Dean?
Tisk tisk. I have to say that wasn't nice, Captain. You really didn't need to go as far as that. You didn't have to hit the poor girl so hard, did you?
Dean,